That first leg finished 2-0 to Real, but with plenty of protests from Napoli, protests led by Maradona, who felt they'd been cheated by the Romanian referee. It all meant quite an atmosphere among the 80,000 sellout crowd for tonight's second leg in Naples, and John Motson is the commentator.
What an exhilarating contrast already with that eerie first leg. 83,500 people in the Sao Paulo stadium for Napoli's first ever home match in the Champions Cup. And besides Maradona, they now have another deadly South American forward in number 7, Careca, who missed the first leg through injury. Number 6, Renica, has his head bandaged after being hit by a missile at Pisa on Sunday. That match still subject to an inquiry by the Italians. It was the biggest talking point until tonight, when Hugo Sanchez returns for Real Madrid, having been suspended for the first leg. They're striving to protect that 2-goal lead, remember. What a showpiece occasion. Real Madrid's 211th European match. Those famous white shirts and white shorts appearing in the Champions Cup alone for the 146th time. A marvellous tradition which many Spanish critics believe could be restored by this team, who've begun their league season in storming fashion under their Dutch coach, Leo Beenhakker. There is the camera. So much depending here on Maradona. This is number 11, Romano. Napoli know they have to force the pace. And they're trying to do just that. That was Romano almost through. Giordano was there as well. Played back by Franchini. And the cross looking for Careca, and it found him, number 7. He's there again, and there's a chance there. It's been saved. No, it's in. It's in. Franchini, number 3. Napoli are ahead inside 10 minutes. That's what the crowd wanted. The early goal, and Careca, in his first important home game here, has already played a part. Real was stretched. Careca was allowed to head it twice, really. The second time, he got up and knocked it across the goal. Franchini's first header saved by Boyo, but the second one in. 2-1 now on aggregate. Romano. Well, Real Madrid, in years gone by, recent years anyway, haven't been at their best away from home in Europe. Are they going to crumble here? Number 4, Bagni, international midfield player, really going at them. Bagni, who played in the recent match at Wembley for the rest of the world. He's had about 38 caps and really tried to go through himself there from midfield. Not much power in the shot though. That's a good run by Michel, number 8. And Bagni concedes the corner. Michel, World Cup player, scored from a penalty in the first leg, takes the corner now. Half away by Ferrara. Here's Gordilio. Internationals, wherever you look on this pitch. Gordilio again. Every attack being whistled by the Napoli fans. And there's Sanchez with the overhead kick. Very much his trademark, the Mexican. And listen to the whistles now from these home supporters. Hugo Sanchez pulling away from the defenders. 3 of them got sucked in there. And then the acrobatics. Romano. Gordilio dropping into the left-back position, but here's Maradona, flicking it forward. And working to get it back. Supported by De Napoli on that side, Maradona. Forward again by Ferrario. And on again by Franchini. And a similar ball, Careca's in there again. Oh, good save. Good save by Boyo from Careca. And Maradona on the far side is still in the action, and he'll get the free kick. Well, it could have been 2-0 on the night, and 2-2 on aggregate there. Another ball to the far post. Careca won it again, but a good reaction save. So the conversation between Giordano and Maradona as Real prepare a wall, because he can curl them even from there. Chendo, Hugo Sanchez and Martin Vazquez in the wall there. And it's the short one to Romano. Maradona changing his tactics there at the last minute. Bianchi, the coach there. Oh, good ball. Another good break, and Franchini, this number 3. Another good run by him, and he's got Careca in the middle, and it's in. No, it's not. It seemed to get caught under the goalkeeper's body. Careca cursing his luck, because that looked like the goal to level the tie. Franchini, another terrific run, the man they call the new Cabrini, but Careca couldn't force it through. So Real Madrid, tenuously perhaps, still have the aggregate lead. Now Franchini seen in defence. Michel intercepting. This is Hugo Sanchez. Butragueño's made a good run. Oh, and what a clever finish! What a classy goal by Butragueño, and it's the away goal that Real wanted. No wonder they're thrilled on the bench. The pass from Hugo Sanchez was precise, and the finish by Butragueño was perfect. And that means Real have a 3-1 lead on aggregate, and Napoli would have to score 3 now to win. This could be the killer goal. Sanchez plays it through at the right moment, and the timing of the run, and there's no better finisher in those positions than Butragueño. So can Maradona pull this round for Napoli? He's the hero who led them to the double last season of League and Cup. But Rio, having a good night, saw that all the way. This will be the biggest crowd of the week in Europe, I would imagine, by some margin. Maradona. But what they want to see, most of them here now, is a goal from Napoli to put them back in it. Franchini up against Chendo. Maradona. Oh, he tried to handle it. Careca! Saved again! He can't believe it, the Brazilian. But Real were in a terrible mess, and I honestly think Sanchez, the number 5, tried to punch the ball out. Consolation there for Careca from Bagni, but he should have scored perhaps. The danger hasn't been cleared yet. Butragueño's back there defending. Here's Ferrario, and they're onside. It's Careca again. Can he do it this time? No. The Brazilian not having the best of times in his first European match. Well, breathing space there for Real, but Ferrara picks it up, finds Maradona. Ferrara again, now Romano. Number 11. And still Ferrara up on the left wing. Takes on Chendo. And again, it's wayward finishing here that's costing Napoli. Wonderful stage for this match. Cordelio a little careless there. This is Maradona. He certainly put in every ounce of effort tonight. He was blocked off there by Tendilio. They say that Maradona's about to sign a new contract here for a further 4 years. What he needs at this very moment is a goal. Again, left short. Good blocking by the defence. Away by Tendilio. And Real actually here have got, what, 4 players up. And the defence is undermanned. And Michel through the middle, a chance to really settle it here. And saved by the legs of Garella. Michel was clean through. But Garella, who made some good saves in the Bernabeu, makes one there with his legs. Well, really, there has been an awful lot of time wasting by Real Madrid in this second half. They've broken the game up whenever they can. Oh, and that's Careca just getting frustrated, and Buyo goes down. And in there goes Cannavale, just tapping him with his foot, and surely didn't hurt him as badly as that. The goalkeeper overreacting, I would have thought. Cannavale, the substitute, number 16, and the referee has sent him off. Cannavale's been shown the red card, but I think there was some over-dramatics there from Buyo. It hardly matters now. Real Madrid, the past masters of European football, are safely home here. And if you look back on this 90 minutes, the turning point surely when Careca failed to score when he would have levelled the aggregate in the first half. Real broke away 2 minutes later, scored themselves, and then with that away goal held Napoli 1-1 here in the Sao Paulo Stadium to go through on a 3-1 aggregate, and the Italian champions go out.
So Real through. Terry Venables, you're pretty knowledgeable as far as Real Madrid are concerned. Exactly how good are this current Real side?
A lot of people are saying they're as good. It's a bit of a comment, but they're saying they're as good as the great side, which Stefano played in. I don't know whether that's true, but they've certainly started like a house on fire, really playing excellent.
But as John Motson said there, the key perhaps tonight, that miss by Careca in the first half, came at the end of a superb move.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, it's about 6 minutes to go, and Franchini, who scored the first goal, has a great run and plays this ball in terrific. And he has a good contact on him. Normally, he'd score in that situation, and he gets caught under his legs, and they're a bit fortunate. That would have made them 2-0. Of course, they got the whole of the second half to get the goal. And within 2 minutes later, it's the other way around. They've scored Real Madrid, and that's the difference. Now they've got to score 3 more goals, which is the game's finished at that stage. Really,
this is the one that finished it off.
But it's a ridiculous goal because he's well marked, Butragueño, and the defender decides to try and play him offside for no reason. And like him, of course, you can't give him half a chance like that. He lifted it up and made sure the goalkeeper had no chance. He took it well, but they no need to lose that goal.
Would you make them favourites for the European Cup now?
I think so. The way they're playing outstandingly well, and they're playing with a lot of confidence, and it's packed with good individual players. And I would say, yeah, they've got a good chance, excellent chance.
And they're making life pretty uncomfortable at the new camp
for
now.
all of us.
Terry, thanks very much for joining us tonight.
That's
a couple of
pleasure.
other European highlights now. Notably tonight in the Cup Winners' Cup, Merthyr Tydfil at Atalanta, a match that Welsh viewers saw live. Remember, the non-leaguers 2-1 up from the first leg. Here's how they fared tonight in Bergamo with Terence O'Donoghue, the commentator.
Gallini and Cantarutti are calling for it in the middle. Incrociati. Chance for Cantarutti. Kerry Williams, a dangerous one. Icardi, and that's the goal! By Gallini. Atalanta have opened the scoring after a quarter of an hour. There was a touch of good fortune about it. That was the bad Merthyr mistake by Kerry Williams. Merthyr was struggling from that point on. Mullen did what he could to clear. But Icardi found enough space to get the shot in. It wasn't a good shot, but just the touch from Garlini was enough to put the Italians in front. As again, Miccolini sets Garlini, the goal scorer, away. That's towards Cantarutti. That's number 2 off the crossbar. It's a goal. It bounced down off the crossbar. Merthyr cleared it, but it was over the line by Cantarutti. And this is turning into a little bit of a disaster for Merthyr Tydfil. The cross came over. Cantarutti met it powerfully with the head, off the crossbar, and just over the line. Roger Mellon, the Swansea Polytechnic student, trying to create something. He's got Chris Williams. He looks towards David Webley. Kerry Williams is there as well. First time volley by Kerry Williams. What a save by Piatti. What a save and what a shot. A man, Kerry Williams, who can turn a game in an instant, and he so very nearly did it then.
That's the closest they came. It finished 2-0 tonight, and Merthyr went out 3-2 on aggregate. Merthyr out of Europe, but with a great deal of pride. Also out last night, amid great disappointment, a Celtic out of the UEFA Cup, beaten by Borussia Dortmund. Celtic 2-1 up from the first leg, and they held on to that lead in the first half. The breakthrough for Borussia came in the 72nd minute, a Norbert Dickel header from Frank Mills's corner. And that goal would have been enough to put the Germans through, but 5 minutes from time, they made absolutely certain. Slack marking 5 attackers in the Celtic box, Radu Kanu forcing the opening, and Norbert Dickel on the spot again with his second, and out goes Celtic. Well, back to the European Cup tonight. Linfield, the Northern Ireland champions, against Lillestrøm of Norway. 1-1 from the first leg. Mike Nesbitt is the commentator for tonight's second leg in Belfast.
Schiller. He's past McEwen. Sogness outside him. And a gap here. And the goal goes in from Finn Larsson. Murray's flick from McGackie. Big equaliser. Classic Linfield. Barton McGackie, one of the great centre forwards, who scored his 200th for the club on Saturday. Holberg is onside. Holberg has put them right back in the lead. Desperate defence by Linfield. And with a minute and a half to go to half-time, it all changes again. The referee not happy. Looks like it's a problem. Oh, it's a problem with a rock. I was going to say it was the watch, but much more serious than that. And now the linesman on the near side is flagging, and it's all going terribly wrong for Linfield. The referee's stopping it. A large vodka bottle. Lindsay McEwen trying to do his best, but I'm afraid the deed's done. In fact, 2 bottles there, you can see the referee, with now a third implement being added. And some of the supporters in the railway stand jumping over. Baxter. McGackie on from McCartney. That's nice stuff. And there's McGackie. 22 minutes gone in the second half. McGackie brings Linfield level for the second time in the match. And he did his best to make something of that. Now here's Larsson. Larsson against Kennedy. Larsson still going. He finished well from a narrow angle. And that, you must say, is that. Offside against the skipper, Sogness. Well, the referee's played on. Sogness. That's finished it.
Linfield out 5-3 on aggregate, and there may well be